Hello and welcome back to my channel Slowly We Go. On my channel, I'd really like to show and inspire people how living a slower paced lifestyle can really bring so much more mental clarity and appreciation and gratitude for things. But not just that, I want to show mums how they can achieve this too. When you go from being an individual without children, where your priority is yourself, to having children, things can just feel so chaotic. You may just end up feeling like you're in a whirlwind of parenthood with all these extra roles and responsibilities and a jam-packed diary. That's not to mention the daily ins and outs of having a child, and obviously the extra cleaning and housework that comes with that. And hopefully I can help some people out there switch up their days and bring a little bit more ease and harmony to parenting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The other day I filmed a video, just a day in the life, following us around a nice slow day with my toddler. And so I just wanted to make a more of a sit down video and talk one-on-one, just a few pointers and tips of how to actually slow down if you are feeling like your days are just chaotic with toddlers or young children. Like, what steps should you take to feel at peace again and to have a smoother day, which is beneficial for everybody in the household. So grab a cup of tea, get comfy. Next 10 minutes, we're gonna talk. Okay, so I feel like the first point we need to address is that we can often just get caught up, can't we? We get caught up in chaos, and then the days roll into days and the weeks roll into weeks, and it ends up being detrimental on our mental health as mums. So what you really need to do is just find the time and the space, maybe it's on an evening when the kids have gone to bed, to address a few things. And what I want you to do is to define or remind yourself what is most important in your life. We all chose to have children for different reasons. What is the most important thing to you and your family about having your children? For us in this house, the most important thing about having Lavella is making sure that she has a happy, creative, love-filled, magical childhood. Like, that is just all I want. I just want to create like a gorgeous childhood for her. You know, we're laying the foundations of the person that she's going to be, and I'm so conscious of that. Every tiny action that I do when she's copying my behaviors and how I engage with her and the things I do with her, it's all building brick by brick by brick this person that she's going to be. Being so conscious of that makes you very intentional. So I'm just constantly trying to learn and better myself. I'm not here saying I'm perfect. I'm testing and trialing things that will make our days better and better and better, ultimately for Lavella, but also for everybody else in the household, because we want a happy home. In this modern era where we have phones, iPads, TVs, constant activities to attend, you add all that on top of parenting, and that is why things feel chaotic. Through practice and experimenting, I wholeheartedly believe that screens and TVs is definitely almost the ignition to chaos in the household. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a scroll on your phone or you can't wind down and watch TV. What I'm saying is just be conscious of it, that this really does affect turning points in the day. It affects the mood because you want to have a wind down and you want to look on your phone or your screen or your TV, and you want to concentrate on that. You don't want to concentrate on your child, and then your child wants your attention and they're fighting for your attention. It comes across as negative behavior, and then you address the negative behavior, and then you feel frustrated because you never got that time. So I felt this myself. So you end up feeling frustrated, the child's frustrated, and this can happen at multiple points in the day. You know how I deal with it? I just eliminate it. You can either go from one extreme, so just eliminating the time you spend on your phones and your screens and your TVs, to maybe you wait until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or you have your flick and your relax on your phone when the child is eating their dinner, say, or you just wait until their nap time or their bedtime. If anything, it's creating a good habit for you anyway, because we all know that we should be on social media scrolling less. And for your child too, because they're just learning from behavior. If you don't want to do that, to cut it out completely, if you maybe you work from your phone, maybe you have to be on your phone, just now be conscious of it, that when they say, "Mommy, Daddy," look up as quick as you would if you were reading a book, because they will end up learning that they need to do things to attract your attention. Just be conscious of that can be a trigger to a stressful day. I just think it's the bane of our society now. Screens. I just don't want it to negatively affect Lavella. We're all only human and we're all just doing our best. My second major tip, something that we implemented maybe after a year or so, was I learned how to say no to arrangements and events and get-togethers and activities, and just the constant diary of, like, there always seemed to be something going on. Being intuitive of how your week's going for your child. How are they feeling? Are you sensing that they're a bit overwhelmed? Are they getting a bit ratty and a bit more emotional than usual? Then I will just cancel. I used to always say yes because I thought that reflected on me, but actually Lavella's the most important thing. So if she's just not up for it, I just have to put my pride aside, because I used to hate being that person that cancelled, but it will be better for our day if I cancel. So just being intuitive of your child. Yes, I understand there's some things that you just have to go to, but I'm talking about trips to the library, or just play dates around your friend's house, or the play groups that you go to where there's loads of children. If she was overly tired the day before or something, I just know that, you know what, no, she needs a slow, a calm day, a one-on-one, because if you keep pushing your children, you're just going to end up in this whirlwind of chaos, and it's just going to feel like every day is a battle. A bit like how when adults get stressed and you know you just need like a bath and a chill and a glass of wine and some chocolates. We're intuitive with ourselves. We know when we feel like that and we feel stressed and we're like, do you know what, no, we just need to wind down. Well, when children feel like that, they don't recognize it. So it's our job to recognize that in them and give them that day. I'm not saying they need a bath and wine and chocolate, but what they just need is a day one-on-one with their mommy or their daddy. They just need that love and comfort and to feel like, okay. But that's something that parents, we need to work on, is just saying no to things. So something else that we do is I section the days. I'd be more than happy to do another video on what my routine is, but by splitting your day into sections, not like hour by hour, I find that too intense. I've tried routines like that before and I find them too intense to stick to, and I end up just like mentally just worried about trying to stay on schedule. But so I section the days instead, and prioritizing in them sections what it is that you want to achieve. And I think by having a more relaxed routine this way, so sections in terms of morning, noon, afternoon, evening, I find it a bit more relaxed to stick to and less pressure, and it giving you the go-ahead to slow down with the things that you need to get done. If you like blend all these things together, like parenting, cleaning, work, and you haven't sectioned them, you'll find that your brain is so distracted because you're constantly thinking of all the things that you need to do. Whereas if you section them and you know when you do what, then giving yourself permission to relax into that one thing really helps you to be present with the parenting side of things, because we're often just so mentally distracted with the things that we've got to do around the house. But when you can almost allow and give yourself permission, you'll feel yourself so much more present and in the moment, and that makes things less chaotic, totally less chaotic. So if you'd be interested in a video of what my sections are throughout the day, what I achieve throughout the day, I would more than happy to do that. That would be a good idea for a video. Comment below if you agree. My next tip would be to introduce presence and gratitude as your default. What do I mean by that? What is your default mode? What do you go to when things feel crazy? The main thing that happens is in our brains as mamas, as parents, is we just start catapulting into survival mode almost, which can make us snappy. It can make us just respond in ways that we we wouldn't normally respond to our children, and then we feel guilty on the night, like mom guilt is a real thing. And so starting to recognize that default mode when things are a little bit testing and you feel your brain go into the, oh gosh, like this is such a bad day, for God's sake, I just need space, I need to get out, oh, and I can't. When you feel your brain go in that way, be aware, be like, I just caught my brain doing that. I just see what's happening. See what's happening. So the first step is recognizing what happens to you when you go in survival mode, and the second thing is changing it. What we're going to do is we're going to change that default mode to gratitude and presence. You've got a screaming toddler for whatever reason, and you're just thinking, I'm just done for the day, I'm just done. What you want to do is turn your thoughts around to, do you know what, I am so lucky to have this child. I'm so lucky to be in this house with this child, to be able to have given the foods I've given her today, to have had the time I've given her today, for all the toys that she has to play with. As soon as you feel those gratitudes, you will find your body and your mind just slow back down, and it's just going to realign you and be able to deal with that tantrum in a much better way. And then from that point, it's like the day hasn't gone to pot, it's rescued. And I feel like these moments will happen quite a lot, especially with toddlers. Obviously we know about the twos. Having gratitude and presence as your default button is like a boop, no, we're okay, we've rescued the day. We're gonna keep it slow, we're gonna keep it simple. Don't get me wrong, I'm not living in la la land. I know toddlers in particular push all the right buttons. And again, I'm learning every day, but these are just things that I've put into practice that are helping. And obviously this is gonna have a positive impact on your child as well. My last tip would be to follow, subscribe, learn people that inspire you. Having resources to go to when you feel like, you know, okay, today was chaotic, I wasn't able to implement any of these slow living tips. Having these resources to go back to watch on an evening, say, be like, it's okay then, we try again tomorrow. Each day will become calmer and calmer and more present, because it isn't an easy thing to just click your fingers and do. It's definitely like, it's unlearning a lot of things that society has taught us in our adult life. We are being fed that this fast-paced life, go, 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 this, social media, advertisement, rah, 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 strive for this, strive for that, strive for this, money. It's just, we live in a crazy world. I hope these videos and the other people that inspire you to lead a slower way of life, I hope it does help. Because this fast-paced life can really affect your mental health as well, and in turn affect your parenting, and in turn affect your child's mental health. So, you know, cut the cord. We're just opting out of that. If you did like this video and you're finding them really cool, please subscribe, because it does help support my channel. And I'll see you next week. Bye.